All right, we've got Bonhoeffer by Erich Metaxas. Bonhoeffer, pastor, martyr, prophet, spy. And I read this book about 2 years ago. And part of it, honestly, it's the times we're living in where I'm just like, you know what? I need to study this person. I honestly hadn't really, throughout my life, I believe I had heard the name Bonhoeffer at various points, but I didn't know much about it. I don't even think I knew, I didn't know anything about it. I just heard the name at various points, but nothing about him. And it wasn't until recently that I started hearing his name more and more and more. And then I heard a little bit more, which is that, he was a German pastor who was involved in the plot to kill Hitler, and he was executed. He ended up not succeeding, and he was executed by the Nazis. And I'm like, okay, I need to read that. So I got drawn in. I was a little scared at first because of the size of the book. I'm a big reader. I've read probably like in the last, at least by my standards, in the last, 8-9 years, I've read probably like 400 or 500 books. But still, when I see a book like this, I want to read it, but it's a little scary. So I knew that I was going to want to read this at some point. So it's still a decent sized book, but I read this one first. Just knowing that it was written by him, with the little I knew, this was mind-blowing. This is absolutely mind-blowing. You can tell Dietrich Bonhoeffer was on a next level vibe, was extremely close to Jesus, had a deep understanding of Jesus. And I was like, you know what? I got to do it. So I actually read this pretty quick. I probably read this in like 1 to 2 weeks. So if you're motivated, you can blow through it. And I was motivated. And I loved it. It was very interesting going into his, learning about his childhood, but then even learning about, his journey to becoming involved in the plot to kill Hitler. And very interesting guy. I feel like he's helped me strengthen my mind to prepare for the times to come. And obviously, the author, this is inspired by God. I'm just going to say that. This book is inspired by God. So definitely read this book. You want to go deeper, you're definitely going to want to read this book too. I do think it makes sense to read this book first, then this book. And actually, if you want to go, I don't know where it is, but there's another book called Letter to the American Church by Erich Metaxas. And you want to go even deeper, read that one as well.